the Lincoln Tunnel, through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Hall to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Hall again on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
How best to describe downward? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now Allen. And it'll be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked. Unfortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
Hall again on second down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Jets at 3-5, 2 games under 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. Now
left side on the swing pass. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Wilson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion. On second down, a run with Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 60. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Hines now on the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to do... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play here for Buffalo. 59 yards. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Allen now looks to throw. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Hall again on second down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial, but I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Throwing now is Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 43-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. But they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Allen's throw is complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. Tapped forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Touchdown, Bills. James Cook, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. This offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but In all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now it's Hines. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Going deep for Diggs. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run with Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
The quick slant caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Ball again on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready because we've got another good one on tap.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. So here are the Cardinals now with a long field ahead. Leading this crew out is their electrifying signal caller, 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time NFL MVP. You all know him, Steve Young. And right away, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you.
Touchdown! Rob Gronkowski from 13-yard town. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Hurts will throw. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Young. And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Banks, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 yards there and a long 1st down.
This is the defense breaks down later in the game. This guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Let's go now.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more this time, the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, Steve Young. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carl Banks able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Young, that one caught by Tyreek Hill. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Finding space at the 40. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And he is going to lose yardage here. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Young. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long for Young. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
He's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, Hurts going for it all. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On second down now, it's done. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Done. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's done. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know they're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side. Done. Oh, he bowls over him. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a give, right side. It's done. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Now a give, right side. Done. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Hello and welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is now over. It's time to play ball.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So the Packers offense backed up here to begin their first drive. Leading them out will be the 3-time Super Bowl champion, the MVP of Super Bowl 29, the dynamic Steve Young.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. This guy, he is hard to corral.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Here's Steve Young. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and it blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
Young, he is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Young with the give to Sanders. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Now here's Young. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Lions will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. Leading them out, the third-year player from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, Jalen Hurts. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. We're scoreless after one. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a first and 10. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's done. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Here's second and a yard. Now a give, right side. Done. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Now a give, right side. It's done. And he's brought down. 64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Lions post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ballgame. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Young's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now a first down throw for Young. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he goes out right around the 39. From the 39, Young. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And this returnable for Hill. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Play action. Here's Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquez Valdes-Scantling in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35, though marking down officially at the 34. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. 84 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Dunn. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. On 3rd down, it's Dunn. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side. Done. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st down, it's done. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team. Back now here on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. On 3rd down, done. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's done. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Done. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, it's done. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
The 2nd down throw for Steve Young, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Young. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now a give, right side. It's done. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down. Done. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side. It's done, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit.
again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready, because we've got another good one on tap.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Right to the air, Fitzpatrick. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off on a great one, Darrelle Revis. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, 38 yards. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I should have said they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
But these are the situations that really test a defense as sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they...
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Javon Hargrave, the D-tackle, getting the sack. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Now Hill to return it. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be... He's got a man! Complete! Touchdown! Detroit! Tyreek Hill! 69 yards! And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he fires one incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And Hall not going to bring this one out. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start at... Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Here's Jordan Stout now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it is 42-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Dante Hall going to bring it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's Fitzpatrick. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 67 yards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
The Lions offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they've pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 46 yards.
And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half.
First down, Fitzpatrick.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Fitzpatrick. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Third and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're up.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 72 yards.
And the Lions extend their lead yet again.
And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Third and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Hill on the return. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. But first down, Hurts. He's going to look deep down the field. Touchdown! Marquez Valdes-Scantling, 45 yards. And the Lions get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And Hall not going to bring this one out. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level.
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Done. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right?
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Fitzpatrick, that's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick flushed out right. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And out now come the Cowboys.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Desperation time. Fitzpatrick on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the fourth quarter to grow that lead.
Well, I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you or what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Third and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? Finds his tight end, Ingram. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as this defense were a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on fourth down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Carl Banks in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Everybody, it's the coach. Welcome you to another installment of Madden Ultimate Team. There's been a lot of talk leading up to this matchup, and it's finally here. But can it live up to all the hype?
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. To the air right away is Brady. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Another try after the first down sack. Brady under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the goal line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs. just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game.
I'm not sure if they mentioned it as a goal during the week or even talked about it in pregame, but the way they're playing right now, they want this game out of reach by halftime. Not only does the safety just demoralize the opposing offense, now your guys can run out there and try to add another 6 to their lead.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive.
So the safety, obviously a big play, but now the offense, maybe they feel pressure to score with the defense doing something like that.
And it's good pressure because they put them in a nice spot now, having scored the points on defense, turn the ball back over to them. You're right, there's pressure to score, but they feel good.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 19 yards away. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing. And for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
From the 31, Brady. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Carl Banks make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. To throw is Brady. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Well, they bring their punter out there now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Brady now on first down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Carl Banks, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Casper. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this returnable for Hill. Oh, look at the juke. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Pulls it in at the 13. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Carl Banks in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe for the run. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third.
Okay, ready? 3. Dragon 60. 19 right.
Hurts. Going up top. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, 72 yards. And the Lions come right out of the locker room one score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. On second down, Dillon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now Brady. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
That's pulled in at the 32. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Hill to return it. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle.
This is caught inside the 15. And in for the Lions touchdown. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Lions get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And Moore he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to one remaining here in the second half. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been He's got a man, complete, touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, 78 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Carlson now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of running.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Snatched by the safety and Reed. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Carlson on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Here's Brady. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Brady, and he's got the hook up for the first time with Herman Moore. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. but they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for two, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get two. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Brady going to throw. Then Steve Smith hauls it in. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On first down, Brady. That's caught out left side by Casper. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And we are underway here in London. Taken in at the 3. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw, and his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Flacco throwing the out route incomplete. That's done. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. 3rd down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And Steve Smith hauls it in. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Flacco will take to the air again. He finds his man, complete. It's done. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Flacco. He finds his man, complete. It's done. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
2nd and 7. Flacco looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting into the ground. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. Under pressure, they got him again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could gets in again from the 41. Play action. Here's Hurts. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Here's Hurts to throw. Throw left side complete. That's done. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes you just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
No score after one on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Drop 50, drop 50.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Flacco. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game? Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, it's done. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on it. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Carlson able to put this one through, and it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.